The Mega Man 10 TAS is phenomenal, which is why we're going to be taking a look at it today. Now, I have not seen this TAS before. I've seen clips from it. I've seen people speedrun the original game, but I have not seen this TAS. But I am aware of some glitches that we're going to see, so I'll try to point those out and explain them whenever I can. Now, we do start with Commando Man stage for some reason. This is something I knew about, but I've never fully understood because, I mean, his weapon isn't great. It's probably the weakness to a better weapon if I had to guess, but we'll see. We'll cross the boss routing bridge whenever we get there, because that always becomes a point of contention in these TAS runs. Also, a few people were expecting me to look at the Proto Man Mega Man 9 TAS and the Super Hard Mode Mega Man 9 TAS, but there wasn't really that much of a difference between those. I don't want to look at TASs unless there's like a significant difference, because I don't want to make the same video over and over as much as this is different. But Mega Man 10 is kind of Mega Man 9 too. But anyway, what we're seeing here is some really good gameplay. We're collecting some bolts so we could buy stuff in the shop later. These enemies can be super annoying. Killing them like that was crazy, looking back and forth in the blink of an eye. Mega Man's faster than light. Goodness gracious, we literally couldn't keep up with it. Now, this is the hard part of the level. These sandstorms can be really annoying if you don't know what's up. And using Rush like this in a sandstorm is insanity. I've never seen anybody do that ever in my life. I've tried Rush Jet. That doesn't work. Try it yourself. It doesn't work. I mean, it might work for a minute, but not very well. This part, on the other hand, is a lot easier and a lot more fun. And really, if you play this level or this game a lot, you will get better at this section, but that first section can be very brutal. Also, just destroying those things is very unexpected. But let's fight Commando Man. Now, there is actually a weird glitch with Commando Man. As you can see, Mega Man is spamming the shoot button when Commando Man was in the air. There's something weird with Commando Man's invincibility frames where they just don't exist while Commando Man is jumping. I don't fully understand that, but that's why his health bar got melted and Mega Man spam shots that seem to ignore his invincibility frames, because his invincibility frames did not show up. Okay, we're in the shop. We're buying Beat, a thing to step on spikes. Surely that's just for... I don't know. I don't think there's any glitches in this game, but oh, it's for this stage, of course. Okay, so Commando Man beats Blade Man. That's what Blade Man is weak to. And there are also a lot of spikes in this stage, as we'll see, so I'm sure there's just some faster route that makes all of that worth it. And that's why all those bolts were collected in the last stage as well. Other than that, this stage should be really interesting, because obviously there's spikes, like I said earlier. Those could be life or death, usually death. But there's a fun gimmick in this stage that I'm excited to see a speedrunner get around. Not even a speedrunner, we're talking about TAS here. And this is the gimmick I'm talking about. The first one is skipped with Rush. Nice. This one's going to be skipped with very precise jumps. I didn't even know you can make those jumps. That's crazy. I thought you had to use Rush or Rush Jet or something. Oh, and now we have Tri-Castle, one of the coolest bosses ever, just completely destroyed. Mega Man's bouncing up and down on Rush just for fun. Oh, and the moonwalk, TAS is just flexing on all of us, as TAS normally does. You guys have seen the videos, you know. Yeah, even using Commando Man's weapon. Now, if you couldn't tell yet, which you probably could by now, unlike Mega Man 9, in Mega Man 10 you are allowed to switch weapons by using L and R, which makes for a much more entertaining run and much more impressive tricks, as we're going to see. Again, these jumps, I didn't know they were possible. Obviously that one's not, and that's what the spike boots in the shop are for, I guess, to avoid the whole platform thing. And here I assume that's where Beat's going to be used, because yeah, you can't make that jump. So yeah, buying one Beat and one spike thing is crazy. Ooh, and even that jump is so hard. That's in other Mega Man games too. I always have trouble with that jump, but we're already at the end of the stage. And it's now time to fight Blade Man, who isn't weak to the missile directly, but is more weak to the explosion, which is how Blade Man was killed so quickly. If you ever try to shoot Blade Man with the missile directly, it does a lot less damage, but yeah, you probably knew that. That's more common Mega Man knowledge. Next up, we have Chill Man, which is probably what Dr. Wily is telling TAS right now. That was a cool joke, right? Okay, I'll stop. I love the floor in this level. It's very pretty. Maybe I just like rainbow colors. I mean, I do. And we're already seeing the taking advantage of using L and R to switch weapons really fast, because plain old dude is used for most of this, but the missile's obviously used right there, and Blade Man's weapon can pierce through shields, so we're already seeing a wide variety of weapons used, and we only have 2 of them, which is crazy. I didn't see this much weapon usage in Mega Man 7, 8, and 9, or 7 and 8. Maybe Rockman and Forte we did, but this is another level, which is fun to see. That's actually why I'm really excited for this task, because I want to see a lot of weapon usage, and just switching between weapons is always fun to see. Like, you know, in the original Mega Man games, you have to pause the game every time you want a weapon, so like if you pull out a weapon, you better have a good reason. But in games like this, where you can just switch between them so easily, like you can see a lot more cool tricks, and it's just, I don't know, to me it's more fun. And it's just good game design. It's better that way. Nice snipes. I mean, my goodness. Jeez, TAS is playing with fire here, blowing up these ice platforms too. My goodness, he's just blowing them all up for fun. Ooh, blew up that egg? Did you guys see that? That top blade hit that egg just barely. Okay, and then that guy was killed just for no reason. The Mega Man looking back and forth, that's... Alright, I guess we gotta fight Chill Man. Now, I don't believe Chill Man is weak to Blade Man, but it turns out that doesn't matter. Earlier I said with Commando Man there was a weird invincibility frame glitch. Clearly there is one with Chill Man as well, but I don't know how that one works. So, I guess that was cool. You get it? Because it's Chill Man. And next up, we have Nitro Man, who is actually weak to Chill Man's weapon. So we're probably going to be seeing a lot of cool weapon swaps in this level. This is also one of the best Mega Man soundtracks or themes of all time. Not necessarily the soundtrack. It's a great soundtrack. But this theme for Nitro Man's, oh my gosh. This is such a good song. It's a good song. I made a video on the best and worst song from every Mega Man game, so you should check that out if you want to see it. But I love this one a lot. I don't know if I called it the best, but if I didn't, I should have. I mean, good grief. Also, we're seeing Chill Man being used here to freeze the buses to get jumps, and one of them was killed after Mega Man already got past it. I don't know if that reduces lag or not. I wouldn't think so because this is on a Wii and not an NES, so there shouldn't be as many lag reduction things. That changes the way the trains work somehow. I don't exactly remember how that works, but being able to ride on top of that train is obviously much faster than just walking. Who wants to walk when you can take the train, am I right? That even applies to real life. Now, the TAS is not attacking the thing up top this time, so, and that's because if you ride on top of the train, you hit a wall up there. You see up there with the spikes on it. You would hit the other end, you wouldn't die, but you would fall off the train, and that is slower. Now, this is how you do it. This is how you ride a train. Right on top of it, right underneath every single spike wall, and you freeze it at the end to get off perfectly. That's amazing. Good job, TAS. Great gameplay as usual. Yeah, and of course, we just ignore those bombs. I don't like bombs. They, very explosive. Not cool. They can be fun. You know, I'm not a bomb hater, but, I personally wouldn't use it. Good grief, that's a lot of big energies. Did you guys see that? Let's just fight Nitro Man before I freak out. Now, Nitro Man is weak to Chill Man, specifically Chill Man's shot when it's on the ground like that, but Blade Man just messes up every Robot Master, so I assume that's why both weapons were used. And also, once again, just like Blade Man himself, getting hit directly with the weakness doesn't do nearly as much damage as the residual of the weakness, so when the ice spikes hit the ground, that does way more damage than just hitting Nitro Man with ice. I don't know why, but that's Mega Man 10 for you. Not only does Nitro Man give us one of the best weapons in this game, but we also get Rush Jet, so hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot of cool things happen now. We get a cutscene. What is happening? Roll is sick. Oh my goodness. That's not good. I hope Roll feels better. Well, it's time to go after Strike Man, and Strike Man's actually weak to Blade Man, so it's finally time his weapon gets some use, as if it hasn't already. I mean, we all know. Okay, anyway, I don't even know why I said that. I was trying to be stupid, but I guess I don't really have to try. This level's great, though. This was a level that was in the free trial for Mega Man 10, the demo, before it released, and I played this level a lot. These mini-bosses used to give me a lot of trouble, but if you have the explosion, or even Blade Man's weapon, or half the weapons in this game, really, those mini-bosses become super easy. The first one's easy, of course, but there's 3 of them, I believe, and they get progressively harder. And once again, we're seeing a lot of use of different weapons here, which is... I love seeing. I know I've said it enough. I'm going to try not to say that over and over, but there was 3 weapons just in that room. And this is why I love this Nitro Man's weapon, the Metal Blade looking thing. It's not as powerful as Metal Blade, but it's way cooler because you could go up walls and like do things a lot faster. It's just great. And it looks like, okay, never mind. I was going to say it looks like we're going to use the Blade Man's weapon against this guy, but nope. We're just going to use Commando Man's explosions because it only takes 2 of them. Oh, Rush Jet. We're seeing some Rush Jet action. I guess that's to avoid having to kill all these enemies. That's fair. Well, I wouldn't want the death of those enemies on my hands either. I don't know if I could live with that. Those enemies, on the other hand, sure, kill them all you want. Nice dodge of those bullets. Good grief. TAS is just going ham. But that's usual of TAS. Ooh, nice jumping at the end, too. And it's time to fight Strike Man already. Now, like I said, Strike Man is weak to Blade Man's weapons. So, I mean, nothing special happened there. That was just a very fast fight. And next up, we have Sheep Man, who is weak to balls. I don't know why, but I guess sheep are weak to balls. Maybe because you count sheep and fall asleep and you gotta count all those balls. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up. Those are the very balls that Sheep Man is weak to, though. So we'll be seeing more of those probably. We've already seen like 4 weapons on that screen, so this is insanity. Wow, I've never seen that room done so efficiently. I was confused at what was happening, but it was just going so fast. Ooh, nice snipe. Ooh, nice snipe. Come on, you gotta love these snipes. Doesn't step on the yellow to get more bolts. Don't know what that's needed for, but I guess we'll see. Not much happening here. Ooh, never mind. That was a nice rush placement. I'm sure that didn't look like much, but that was just cool to watch. Even if it wasn't necessary, I gotta appreciate that. Now we got Octobulb. This guy, great boss. I'm actually a big fan of him, but he's very ugly. Hate to say it, but he is. Sorry, Octobulb. Again, nice snipe. Oh, and Blade Man's weapon there, so nice to see. Collecting more bolts again. I don't know what they're used for. And we're probably going to be seeing a lot of Nitro Man's weapon used on places like that. Because, oh my gosh, combining that with jumping on top of Rush Man and then switching to Nitro Man's weapon is insane. That's... I'm sorry I'm speechless here, gamers, but goodness me. Ooh. Mega Man went off screen with Rush Jet. Crazy. Nice snipe again. This TAS guy. He could join the military. Hopefully he doesn't. We need him on the speedrunning battlegrounds more than anything else. But anyway. It looks like we've beaten the stage. And like I said, Sheep Man is weak to these balls, so we're just going to be seeing switches to Blade Man as well, just to get some extra damage in there. Again, I don't know how these invincibility frame manipulations all work. I knew Commando Man's, I thought that was the only one, but apparently there's more, and it's making for very good fights. And next up, we're going to battle Pump Man, because Pump Man is weak to Sheep Man's weapon, and the next guy is weak to Pump Man's weapon, so it makes sense. And this is also a very good song. I use this in the background of my videos all the time. It's very fitting for background music. All these songs are great. Mega Man 10 has a great soundtrack. What can I say? I know I like to call it Mega Man 9-2, and it is, but really it's Mega Man 2-3, because Mega Man 9 is Mega Man 2-2, and Mega Man 10 is Mega Man 9-2, so this is Mega Man 2-3, and I love Mega Man 2, so of course I like this. Anyway, this is some insane gameplay I'm just brushing over. All those sick jumps, like with the oil on you, jumping through the waterfalls, even that jump right there is not as easy as it looks. Another snipe with those balls? I mean, good grief. Also, those slug metals, they're gross. I don't remember what they're called, but they look like slugs. I don't like them. Yeah, I said it. They are Mets. Mets are cool. I did make a video on the best and worst Mets a long time ago, and those were included in one of those videos, and I guess you'll have to watch to find out. I'm not telling you, because I don't remember. I don't watch my own videos, and when you make 2 a week, they're very easy to forget everything you've ever said. But, you know, that's what happens when you pick stuff on whatever you're feeling at the time. But that was such a fast stage. I thought the stage was way longer. I guess it's time to fight Pump Man. And once again, this is a weakness that's weak to the residual. So he's not weak to the cloud, but he's weak to the lightning coming from the cloud. So if you can get a good shot off like that, he just melts in one hit. Now, there were a couple of clouds thrown in there. But again, just like the Chill Man's weapon and Commando Man's weapon, you can't hit him directly, or it won't do nearly as much damage. And next up, we have Solar Man, who is weak to Pump Man. Because Pump Man gives you water bubbles, and this guy clearly is made of some kind of fire. And this is a very fun stage to watch being speedrun. I mean, we already got the Rush Jet, the Rush Jumps, we got the Nitro Man gears going up the walls. This is just great. I love this stage. I love speedrunning this stage. I mean, as far as the grand scheme of things on a casual level, I wouldn't say this stage is the best, but speedrunning is one of the most entertaining. Look at how many weapons are being used here. We're even using Water Shield? I mean, goodness me. Every weapon is being used all the time. Has there been a weapon not used? I guess Sheep Man's weapon hasn't been used very often, but I'm sure we'll see that change. Goodness. Oh my. Gee willikers. Just demolishing these mini-bots. Again, I'm speechless. I'm sorry, gamers. Ooh, that was just nice. That was just nice. Very clean. Blade Man snipes. I like that weapon a lot. Blade Man's weapon is really good. I don't know if I said Blade Man's weapon was the best or Nitro Man, but honestly, either one are acceptable answers. They're both good. I think I said Commando Man's was the worst because of how hard it is to control, but after seeing gameplay like this, I could accept an argument for that one not being the worst. Now, again, I can't do gameplay like TAS, unless we're talking about that one time I beat TAS, but gameplay like we're seeing right now, not easy to emulate, guys, believe me. Even if you have an emulator. And that's Solar Man stage. Let's fight him. Now we have Blade Man out, but okay, here's Water Shield. Okay, switching between him. Just melts his health bar. Again, I don't know how that works. Maybe Blade Man ignores invincibility frames. I don't know. If you know, let me know down in the comments. But I believe that was the last Robot Master. All right, we're back to Dr. Mega Man sneezing. Ah! Ah! Otto and Dr. Light both went, ah! This must be scary. Oh no, Dr. Wily somehow took over the world? How did that happen? We just killed all of his minions. Oh no, and Mega Man's too sick. And Roll's too sick. Roll, what are you doing? You can't go out there on the battlefield. What? Roll's giving Mega Man her medicine? But Roll, you need medicine too, dummy. What are you thinking? Well, anyways, oh god. Cover your ears, gamers. It's actually not that loud this time, but I think that's because I turned down the game. That was still pretty bad. This castle looks like the biggest one yet in terms of scale. That might be an interesting video to see which castles are the biggest because I'm curious, not because I think that would be a good video. But this castle looks like it's the biggest. I don't know if it's a weird perspective or scaling issue, but that castle looked huge. Anyway, here we are. It's raining. Hopefully that's not acid rain. Hopefully, actually, Mega Man, you're sick. You just took your medicine. You're out. Don't be on the rain. You're gonna get a cold. Oh, here we go. The Robot Archives, one of the coolest bosses of all time. Now, the stage is not over. We're about to find that out, but we're about to see these guys get destroyed. This boss fight's actually incredibly hard, unless your name is TAS, because you can manipulate everything. But yeah, we're going to see that 2 more times. Don't worry. If you didn't catch it, you have 2 more chances. Just don't blink. And also, the music changes to something infinitely more epic. I mean, that last song was very cinematic. It was fitting, but this is cool. Does it make you want to do this with your head? Right? Am I crazy? What a way to dodge that net as well. What a way to blow up that mine. I mean, this is such a creative run. Not only are we seeing such a crazy use of weapons, but it's just very creative. I don't know. I'm really enjoying this run a lot more than I thought I would. I did think I would enjoy it. I was excited for it, but it's surpassed my expectations. We'll say that. Here's the second round of these guys. If they would spawn in. There's Flame Man destroyed, Ring Man destroyed, and Napalm Man's already dead. Goodness. Oh my. I'm running out of, like, explicitives to say. I'm not going to say a cuss word, but I don't want to just say, oh my gosh, over and over. But what else do I say it when you see something like that? I got to come up with something by the time we get to the next one, because this game's going too fast. And these bosses, oh my god. That's probably the most impressive thing of the run. Like, there's been a lot of very impressive things, but the speed and precision at which Mega Man is destroying these Robot Archive bosses is insane. And especially if the next one's on the same level, because if I'm correct, I think the next one has all 3 of the weird weaknesses where, like, you have to use Chill Man's spikes, Sheep Man's thunder, and Commando Man's explosion specifically. Or maybe those were spread out between them. I don't know. But I remember the last one being significantly harder than the other 2. And there are only 3, so this is the last one. I don't know why Rockman and Forte wasn't included, but I did get a comment one time, a long time ago. I don't remember who said it, so I'm sorry. But someone said that the Rockman and Forte bosses probably were not included because canonically King made those bosses, where they revolted against Dr. Wily and followed King, and Dr. Wily was not happy about that. So why would he include him in there? And you know what? Even though it was probably because Capcom doesn't like Rockman and Forte, I like that canon better. It makes more sense. It makes me happy. Anyway, there's a fight going on. Frostman's is already dead. The ice spikes hit the ground. He's dead. And the thunderclouds, dead. What the H? How did they kill the boss so fast? It's insane. What an incredible level. Wily Stage 2. What someone considered to be the hardest level in Mega Man 10. Some people not being me. I don't know what I would call the hardest level, but definitely not this one. I really enjoy this level. I like spikes, I like conveyor belts, especially when they make you speed up. So this is like one of the more fun levels to me, in my opinion. But, of course, you guys are all pro gamers, so I don't know if you even think any level is hard in this game, but I guess we'll see. I believe we're about to have a rematch with either Tri-Castle or those birds. Okay, it is those birds. I thought it was the birds, but I didn't want to say and then look stupid on camera. Because I would never look stupid on camera. That's not something I would do. But now we got a crusher section, it looks like, coming up. But they ain't crushing. Oh, there they go. 2 of them crushed. Okay, and now this is probably Tri-Castle, right? No, this is Octo Bowl. We're probably just going to see every mini-boss. And, you know, Octo Bowl, once again, I'm sorry you're so ugly. That time you didn't even get your weakness used against you. That's kind of disrespectful, if you ask me. And you are kind of asking me. I guess no one asked in before someone says that in the comments, but I had to say it. You know what? It's my video. Also, those ice blocks were shaped very phallically. They did that on purpose for sure. Nice, nice precision jumping off of that pink guy to get to the right platform. Nice precision jumping over that flower that shoots lasers to get across without falling into a pit of spikes or into the previous room. My goodness. Oh, playing with fire. TAS knows the cycles are going to be in TAS's favor. Oh my gosh, I'm blowing up the pit enemy with the Chill Man weapon. Whew. Whew. Zooey mama, am I right? Anyway, here's the real boss. You know it's the real boss because there's 2 dramatic screens. Now, this boss, probably the easiest castle boss in the game. I did make a video on the easiest castle bosses, so maybe I said something else, but I mean, you could either kill him like that, or you could use Sheepman's Thundercloud to kill it in like 2 hits. There's a lot of ways to make this boss very easy, and that's just one of many. Wily Stage 3. Once again, we have some epic tunes playing in the background, but when is that ever not the case when it comes to Mega Man, right, gamers? We all know Mega Man as epic. It's literally called Rock Man. It's based off music, for goodness sake. It's rock and roll, bass and treble, blues. I don't know what auto is, but beat the bird, rush. I'm pretty sure rush is some kind of musical term. Who else is it? There's a cat. Tango the cat. Come on, it's all music, guys. Dr. Light and Wily. I think that's a musical term. Oh, nice use of rush. Ooh. And using Nitro Man's weapon to get up there without the platform. Beautiful stuff. Oh, and underwater spikes. I know everybody hates these and says they're cheap. I like these sections, especially the ones in Mega Man 5. That's one of my favorite sections ever. I do understand why people say that section's so hard, which this reminds me of a lot, except this one doesn't have those conveyor belts, but I love that section. It's a good section, guys. I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but get good. Get good at the game. If something's hard in Mega Man, just keep playing. Just keep playing, and you know what? It won't be hard anymore. There's a reason I say everything's easy, is because I've played these games like a million, billion, gazillion, trillion times. Something like that, something close to that. And yeah, the first time you play any Mega Man game, it's going to be pretty hard, but if you play a game hundreds of times, it becomes very easy. There's still hard parts. There's still tricky parts. Like, you know, I probably wouldn't be able to have such precision dodging these spikes in such a goofy manner. Like, oh, am I going to touch the spikes? Am I going to touch? That's what TAS is doing to us right now. I couldn't do that. Then again, I have no practice with that. But if I beat the game 20 more times, maybe I could. Who knows? And again, these rush jumps to get up there to skip the auto-scroller, or at least the second end of it. Very nice. Oh, Mega Man's all oiled up. That's not good. Maybe that's what got Mega Man sick. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was Dr. Wily. Well, we're about to find one of the worst castle bosses ever. Not as bad as the one from Mega Man 9, but the Block Devil, as we just saw is called, is not fun. But I'm pretty sure TAS can kill this guy in one cycle, so we're about to see. First, we gotta do a lot of waiting. Isn't that fun? Don't you guys love waiting in speedruns or in video games? Oh, gee, that favorite part of that video game was where I had to wait. You guys do that too, right? And there he is, get him, Mega Man, yeah! One cycle. Sniped every single ball right in that guy's eyeball. Take that, Block Devil. That's what you get for being such a terrible, stupid, annoying boss. And now we're at Wily 4, presumably the last Wily Castle level of the entire game, but you never know with Mega Man. Sometimes it's not. I've said that in a few of these TAS runs, and sometimes it is the last level, sometimes it isn't. So place your bets, guys. Is this actually the last level of the Wily Castle this time? Maybe we'll never find out. We probably will find out. Anyway, we gotta do the refights. Let's see Solar Man get pwned. We're gonna see some Blade Man, Pump Man action here. Yep. Dead. Blade Man is probably going to suffer the same fate as before with those explosions. I mean, good grief. You can't do it any better than that. Chill Man, once again, is probably going to get owned. Oh, we even have the weakness this time. We didn't have the weakness last time, but once again, great fight. Nitro Man. Do you ever learn? I guess not. I like Nitro Man, but I wish he wasn't on Discord. Discord Nitro Man, not a fan. Mega Man Nitro Man, that's good. But this is Strike Man. Let's see Strike Man get melted once again. There he goes. It's a little pathetic. I guess he is a baseball with eyes, so we shouldn't really expect much of him for a deadly robot, but still, come on. You gotta do better than that. Anyway, here's Pump Man. Let's see him get destroyed by a bolt of lightning. Then again, who wouldn't get destroyed by a bolt of lightning? That's one of the most powerful things on the planet, as far as I'm aware. There are people who have allegedly survived to getting struck by lightning, but I'm not one of them, nor do I ever want to be one of them. So hopefully I won't ever be one. And Commando Man died, by the way. If you didn't notice, Commando Man died very quickly. And this should be Sheep Man. Yep, here's Sheep Man. You ready to see him get barraged by balls and die? There he goes. There's Sheep Man. Those were great refights. And another capsule. What is this? The Wily machine is a pirate ship? Oh my gosh, don't say that with your tongue sticking out. Oh my gosh, what precision, what precision. I'll go ahead and say this is one of the easier Wily machines in the series, but this precision is insane. Using Rush to jump up there, that will never get old. Like, I try to do that in some of my casual playthroughs, but I never can to that extent. What? Do we beat the game? Wily escaped, Mega Man. Go after him. Go after him. You may never get another release after this. Come on. Oh, what is this? I thought that was the last level. What's going on here? Oh, I can't even see the line. Where are we going? Oh my goodness. This is definitely the largest Wily castle ever created. We are in space. If I ever make that video, we know what the largest one is. Believe me. Also, we're upside down. Why is everything upside down? This is an epic level, by the way. I love this level. It is beautiful. The song is very fitting. It's dramatic. It's somehow peaceful because we're in space. The zero gravity is fun. I mean, oh my... The blue and purple and cyan skulls and W's that are all upside down. The red background contrasting all of it. I know there's not a lot happening here. These drills are here so you can farm them and fill up whatever ammo you want to fill up, but I love this level. This is an amazing level. This is maybe my favorite level from this game. Objectively, it's probably not the best, but it's just such a cool level. And especially this part. Mega Man, we go into the boss doors. There's another boss door. And then we fall. And we fall. And then one more time. And here we are. We get to see the Earth upside down. Again, I don't know why we're upside down. I don't know how that happened, but anyway. This is the real final Wily battle from this game. He is weak to this. I have never seen him get hit so many times in one cycle. That is insanity. And he's dead. He's dead. He's never coming back down. He went very high up into the air. It's practically zero gravity. What an impressive fight. I've seen a lot of fights and like, this is an easy fight, but doing it that fast is crazy. Oh, here comes Wily. He just landed. I've got you now, Dr. Wily. What the? How did Dr. Wily get the robot Robo-Inza? Oh, stop! Stop, game! I was just wondering how he got the robot. Is Dr. Wily secretly a robot? Is he like Rick from Rick and Morty where he has like part robot enhancements or something? I don't know. What the H? Dr. Wily's a good guy? He left robot pills for all the sick robots like Roll? Roll's no longer gonna die? Wow, how nice of him. Maybe, actually, he probably did that because if Dr. Wily killed Roll, Mega Man would have been so unbelievably angry. He probably would have actually killed Dr. Wily in the next game. But I guess we'll have to find out whenever we take a look at the next game. But that will, of course, have to wait for another video, because this time we obviously took a look at the Mega Man 10 TAS, and that I really enjoyed a lot. I knew I was going to enjoy this game to an extent, because I knew it was going to have weapon switching unlike Mega Man 9. I knew about some of the glitches with the invincibility frames, but I was not expecting it to be so clean. And again, every TAS is clean. I should put the bar a lot higher, but the bar was high. It was just super impressive. Anyway, as always, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video and enjoyed this run as well, because I thoroughly enjoyed this. Also, instead of doing Mega Man 11 in the next video, I'm probably going to take a look at the base run for this game, because unlike in Mega Man 9, the base run for Mega Man 10 is actually significantly faster. I think it saves like 5 minutes. And I know you guys are probably thinking, Tooterp, you just love Forte. That's why you did 3 Rockman and Forte runs, and that's why you're going to do a base run for Mega Man 10. Well, maybe I do. I mean, I like Mega Man more, so really if okay, you got me there. I do like base. He's cool, okay? But in all seriousness, that run is apparently 5 minutes faster, and this run was already impressive. I'm sure those 5 minutes are saved because base can dash, but I can't wait to see whatever's incorporated into that run, and I hope you guys are excited too, because we're going to be seeing that on Saturday. But until then, I hope you guys have a great time, and I'll see you guys then.